From a Colts standpoint, this is the right play. At the end of the day, they desperately need an upgrade at that position. And at the end of the day, he absolutely is exactly that. He is better than what they had out there last year in Carson Wentz. He still has more football left in him than Phillip Rivers did. He's certainly an upgrade over Jacoby Brissett. Even though Matt Ryan is now at 37 years old and his best days are behind him, he is an obvious upgrade over what the Colts had. And they didn't have to break open their draft to acquire him. This is a reasonable price to pay for a guy that you believe can get you to the next level. So from a Colts standpoint, win. Realistically, does Matt Ryan make you a Super Bowl contender in a stacked AFC? Unfortunately, no. Because even with an upgrade to Matt Ryan, the Colts are still not one of the 3 or 4 best teams in the AFC. It is just that good. But are you looking to make the playoffs, get into the, quote, tournament, spin the wheel, hope that a break catches your way? Sure, that's what Matt Ryan provides the Indianapolis Colts. And on a team that has a great running back, a good offensive line, a good defense, this should be a good fit. It should be better than the rest, which is really what the Colts have been hoping for. If you're hoping for a Super Bowl, I wouldn't hope for that. From a Falcons standpoint, it's a sad day. It's a sad day because it means you drafted a franchise quarterback, number 1 overall, who has borderline Hall of Fame credentials, who was a league MVP, who took you to the postseason multiple times, and you walk away with only a damn it type of feeling. Because you did get there once, and you did have a seemingly insurmountable lead, and you did give it away, and after all of that, it unraveled. Had Matt Ryan gone to Atlanta and been good, not great, or maybe even went to that one Super Bowl and gotten blown out, you'd have a different vibe today. But you cannot extricate Matt Ryan from the Falcons' collapse in the Super Bowl, simultaneously their brightest moment in franchise history with their darkest moment. They were leading the Patriots by 25 points. That right there is the peak of Falcons history. And then about an hour later, it's the lowest moment in franchise history. And you just can't separate the two. And there is this unbelievable butterfly effect that you look back on and say it didn't have to end this way. Where after the Julio Jones catch, you're at the 22-yard line, 4 minutes to play. You take a knee or run the football up the middle 3 times. You kick an easy field goal. You lead by 11 with 3.5 to play. And you win a Super Bowl more than likely. And Dan Quinn holds on to a job longer. Julio Jones may retire as a Falcon. And Matt Ryan almost certainly retires as a Falcon after a Super Bowl championship, a Super Bowl MVP, and a likely place in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And yet, it didn't happen. None of those things happened. And today is where we're at, where Matt Ryan's now a member of the Indianapolis Colts, and the Falcons completely start over. Ryan's career has been defined by good, but not great. Even though his numbers have looked great, even though that 2016 season was great, Matt Ryan's been the best player in franchise history, and it's kind of the perfect symbol of the Falcons. At times good, but never great. And so I think it's a good day for Matt Ryan. He gets to be rejuvenated with a winner and a good chance of getting back to the playoffs, maybe winning a game or two there. It's a sad day in Atlanta because it means that door is closed on something that looked like it had so much promise when they drafted him number 1 overall out of Boston College. We talk about the greatest quarterback prospect since. People tend to forget that Matt Ryan looked like that when he came out of BC. He had taken a forlorn football program to an ACC championship game. Yes, Boston College played the ACC title game because of Matt Ryan. They were on national TV. They were ranked. They were a very formidable team because he was there, tall, strong, did the right thing, said the right thing, franchise guy. After the Michael Vick stuff, the Falcons wanted a guy that was the prototypical quarterback. He checked all of those boxes and yet does not get to retire as a Falcon because the Falcons are in rebuild and Matt Ryan is more valuable somewhere else.